Hello and welcome to Travelers Within. My name is Val Jon Farris and I'll be your host and guide for Expeditions into Spirit, a collection of videos showcasing my on-location explorations of sacred sites in Central and South America. These clips not only feature some of the most fascinating and mysterious civilizations in the world, they also serve as venues for traveling within to supra-destinations, places of higher consciousness and universal capability within us that we can access and call upon in our daily lives. The ancients revered these universal destinations and even built temples and pyramids to serve as sophisticated measuring devices and portals for accessing them and communing with them. The expeditions I'm about to share with you will illuminate why many people call me the Indiana Jones of personal growth. Like Indy, I'm an explorer and admirer of ancient destinations and artifacts. But unlike the whimsical fantasy of Hollywood, my adventures are very real, with very real dangers and discoverable treasures. The expeditions in this series are both inspiring and informative. Prior to videotaping, I immerse myself in archaeological research about each site, learn the history and lore from the locals who live near them, and spend time walking the grounds, touching the stone structures, and opening my mind and heart to get a feel for the unique energies and wisdom they have to offer. My love for the Mesoamerican history and philosophy began in the early 1990s. I've been exploring the ancient civilizations of the Inca, Maya, Aztec, Toltec, and Olmec ever since. I don't just visit these places and shoot videos and leave. I actually live near them for months at a time so I can gain deeper understanding of why they were built and what they were used for. For example, I spent 2 years with the Maya in the jungles of the northern Yucatan Peninsula, learning from their spiritual elders and open-hearted communities. These pics are from our December 21st, 2012 celebration of the Mayan long count calendar cycle completion of 5,125 years. As you can see from the smiling faces, none of us believed it was the end of the world, but rather the beginning of an all-day fiesta. I dearly love the Maya, as they are some of the most kind, gentle, and wise people I've ever met. Okay, with that foundation established, allow me to give you a quick overview of the expeditions included in this playlist, and then you can select which ones you feel called to explore. Open your mind and heart, and join me now as we embark upon a magical and mystical journey of traveling within. My first two-part clip in this playlist is a death-defying scuba dive into a sacrificial cenote, an underground lake hidden deep in the Mayan jungle south of Mérida, the capital city of the Yucatan. Behind me in this pic is a small opening in the earth where the tree roots extend down into massive domed caverns and underground cave systems. The theme of death isn't just a dramatic title I made up. For the Mayan people, cenotes are portals into the underworld where the goddess of death, Xibalba, waits for victims who dare to enter her watery lair. Plus, as you will see in this video, I nearly lost my life on this dive due to an equipment malfunction. Once the above-ground filming was done, I and a small team of expert cave divers rappelled 70 feet down to the water's surface. After our rappel, we donned our scuba tanks and dove an additional 120 feet into the black water to the very bottom of the cenote. Using torchlights to penetrate the darkness, we discovered scatterings of human remains, artifacts, and ceremonial pottery that lay undisturbed for centuries. You won't want to miss this breathtaking and inspiring underworld journey. The second two-part clip in this series takes us to the Chichén Itzá pyramid in the central Yucatan Peninsula. This majestic sacred site was not only a place of worship for the Mayan Empire, its stone temples and altars were massive instruments that measured the precise movements of celestial bodies, such as the orbits of the Moon, Venus, and Mars, but also incredibly the movements of our solar system as it rotates around its galactic center. Notice the sawtooth shadows running down the face of the pyramid? Each shadow point falls upon horizontal inscriptions that measure time and movement in 5,125-year increments and cycles with an accuracy of less than a single day. I'll show you extraordinary footage in this clip that you'll never get from a typical tour guide. Okay, our next stop is Uxmal, or a massive complex still being excavated and where the Pyramid of the Magician is located. It's to my right, and over my shoulder to the left and behind the trees is the two-headed jaguar monument that stands in front of the governor's palace, which I believe wasn't a political structure, but a university complex. From the research, I learned that Uxmal was an institute of higher learning for the Maya, with curriculum that focused on the linkages between cosmological phenomenon and human consciousness. For example, the significance of the two-headed jaguar represents the paradoxical wisdom of as above, so below, and of course, my Travelers Within theme of as within, so without. Another indicator of education is the row of small windows to the left in this pic. Exploring inside the building, these windows offer light into small classrooms along with exterior hallways organized in a large rectangular complex that encloses an open-air campus, much like what you'd find at any modern-day university. This is truly extraordinary. It's an extraordinary sight, and the clip is a must-see as it reveals the teachings of the Mayan Empire's magicians and mystics of the day. In this two-part clip, I illuminate what these teachings were and why I believe them to be essential for our modern-day society to learn. The next clip features the underground labyrinth at Oxkintok. We venture ever more deeply into the jaguar wisdom of as above, so below, found at Uxmal at this nearby site. Here we depart from the inspiring illumination of as above and venture into the dark side of so below. The so below is the Maya underworld, or what today we call the shadow self. What few people realize is that deep within them lies a vast landscape of veiled emotions, primal forces, and archetypal energies that shape their behaviors and their outlook on life. Those who are courageous enough to venture into the shadows within discover something astounding, that at their deepest and even darkest depths resides an uplifting light capable of dispelling their darkest shadows. The Maya who live near Oxkintok tell a dark tale about the history of its underworld labyrinth, that during the empire's height, alumni candidates from the Uxmal University were chosen to participate in graduating rites of passage at this site. These rites included individual candidates being placed inside the underground catacomb with a small satchel of food and a razor-sharp obsidian blade. And a short while later, a hungry jaguar would be released into the same catacomb. Whoever survived the underworld encounter graduated with the university's highest honors. Let's see, what percentage of PhDs do you think were awarded to the human versus animal candidates? In this clip, we explore the Lultun Caverns near the Oxkintok Labyrinth. In Maya, Lultun means flower in the stone. Entering the dark cavern, we don't find any flower carvings, but do discover hieroglyphics dating back to between 2200 and 2500 BC. One extraordinary example is carved in the rock and approximately 10 feet tall, with ancient remains at its feet, along with a placard stating the warrior. According to archaeologists, these hieroglyphics and fossils and bones date back as far as 20,000 years. with handprints and other evidence of humans dating back 10,000. Venturing deeper into the cavern, we discover Mayan inscriptions along with carvings of stylized spaceships and astronauts. The ancient travelers wear hats or space helmets, and hanging from their ears are extravagant earrings signifying the high status of deities or superior beings. My cameraman captured close-up shots of these otherworldly hieroglyphics, as well as mind-blowing topography deeper within the cavern that you simply must see. Next up, we explore the ruins of Coba near the east coast of the peninsula. Coba means water stirred by wind, and while its name doesn't offer up any hints of the site's importance, something else does. The stone court I'm standing under in this pic is where Mayan athletes played a ball game of life and death called ulama, a combination of competitive soccer, spirit worship, and cosmology. Metaphorically speaking, the ball used in the game, which was passed through that hoop above me, represented the sun or moon. The playing field was the ground of planet Earth. The ball was always in the air, just like the sun and moon are, always in the sky. The competition between the two teams symbolized the cosmological movement between creation and destruction. The Maya were known for taking cosmological movement very seriously. Like in this game, based on the final score, one of the captains, or coaches if you like, would voluntarily sacrifice their life in honor to their team. But it wasn't the losing captain who sacrificed themselves, it was the winning captain. There are two ways to interpret this astonishing ritual. Either the Maya enjoyed profane displays of barbarism, or culturally, they resided within a cosmic dimension of reality that we simply cannot fathom. In either case, this video is fascinating and gives you a glimpse into this ancient empire's enthusiasm for extreme sports. The next clip showcases Balam, a massive jungle complex located midway across the northern peninsula. The name Balam means bright star jaguar, and for the Maya, the jaguar was a powerful shamanic symbol of paradox, versatility, and movement. The jaguar is said to possess the transient ability to move between the diverse terrain of the three Maya spirit realms of the upper, middle, and underworlds. The spiritual versatility refers to its animal agility both in the trees and the water, its ability to hunt both day and night, and its habit of sleeping in caves, places associated with the deceased ancestors. The Maya used animals like the jaguar to guide them into deeper spiritual maturity, and we can take lessons from them in this regard. The versatile prowess of the jaguar can be an inspiration for us to expand our capacity to move with greater power in our outer world, as well as guide us into our inner depths to access our core essence. There's something truly mysterious about this site. There, at the very top of the pyramid behind me, is an open stone doorway. This is the Jaguar Star Portal, and when I approached it, I felt a powerful pull that called me to step through it. Check out the video to see what happened next. Another video in this playlist showcases Palenque, the burial site of the 7th century Mayan king Tikal and his companion, the Red Queen. In addition to being a funerary site for royalty, Palenque served as an empire-wide social, governance, and spiritual center for the Maya. This high mountain Mecca thrived from 226 BC to AD 799, and only a small portion of the site has been excavated, revealing a mere 13 archaeological structures. The most significant is visible behind me, the Temple of Inscriptions, where the royal pair were buried. In 1952, a stone slab in the floor of the temple was removed, revealing a passageway leading to Pakal's burial chamber. The lid of this massive sarcophagus was carved with depictions of the king in what appears to be the cockpit of a spaceship working the controls. But according to Mayan scholars, the intricate carvings show Pakal riding atop the tree of life, traveling within, if you like, and navigating his way through the lower and middle worlds, the unconscious darkness within our psyches and our everyday waking consciousness, and into the upper world, our higher faculty of self-awareness and consciousness, which I call the super self. As for the Red Queen, she was found about 40 years after Pakal's discovery. Her nickname came from finding both her tomb and her body covered in cinnabar and red dyes. The red coloring surely represented a woman of great power and prestige. And from what I learned, this lady was the embodiment of female power in human form. While access to Pakal's chamber was blocked at the time of my expedition, I was able to video the full-size replica of his tomb located in the on-site museum, as well as the hidden passageway leading to the Red Queen's extraordinary burial chamber. This video departs from the Mayan civilization series and kicks off a new series focusing on the Aztecs, Toltecs, and their predecessors, the Olmecs. The Atlantean giants of Tula in northern Mexico offer an extraordinary glimpse into the magical and mystical Toltec civilization that thrived around 750 AD. The later Aztec culture viewed the Toltecs as their cosmological, intellectual, and cultural mentors. The archaeological site at Tula consists of stone buildings with deep spiritual and cosmological symbolism. The main attraction is an otherworldly temple called the House of the Morning Star, where 4 Atlantean figures over 15 feet tall stand like stoic sentries from another world. The 4 giants were wearing stylized butterfly breastplates, sun-shaped shields on their backs, feathered headdresses, and carry armored spear throwers. It's believed that these 4 cosmic sentries originally supported the roof of a shrine dedicated to Quetzalcoatl, the patron god of the Aztec priesthood. While meditating at the feet of one of these giants, I was transported on a beam of light to a distant galaxy and back, all within a few seconds. No drugs or medicine journeys were involved in my trip, just in case you were wondering. Well, there you have it, a wide assortment of incredible expeditions to choose from. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this clip, give it a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel. And also, please share this link with your friends, as these videos are must-sees for anyone interested in ancient civilizations and the cosmological underpinnings they're known for. Until next time, adios.